That Tom sure is a hard-working, industrious young man, ain't he?
Yeah. Hassie's been seeing quite a lot of them, too, ain't she?
She sure has. Every night but last night. He had to go to the library to do some studying.
Studying?
Agriculture. He studied up on scientific planting.
Is that what he said?
Well, that's what he told Hassie. Why?
Well, I've been meaning to tell you something all day, but I just couldn't get myself to it. On the way to the Grange meeting last night, I passed the pool hall. Tom was inside there, studying how to scientifically plant the 8-ball in the side pocket. Yeah, he was gambling, too. Didn't take much asking around to find out that hard-working, industrious Tom lost himself $75.
Oh, Luke, $75?
That sore arm of his might have throwed his game off, but I got a feeling that he was lying about that, too. Just to get me to do his sawing for him.
This is terrible. We've got to say something to somebody.
I've been meaning to tell Grandpa.
Well, somebody's got to tell George.
Now, that ain't going to be easy. I wouldn't want to be the one to tell George that the apple of his eye has got itself a worm in it.
Here's some coffee for you, Grandpa.
Down there, Kate. Thank you. Cassie's out with Tom tonight, is she?
Yes, she is, Grandpa.
Something bothering you, Grandpa?
Well, if I got to spell it out for you, I ain't happy about it. I want my granddaughter keeping company with no liar. You know that good song you done for Tom?
Yeah?
Well, now he'd let on to George like he done it himself. Now, any fellow who'll tell lies about little things, you can be goddamn sure he'll tell lies about bigger things.
Well, I think you're right, Grandpa. Because I found out a few things about Tom myself. He got himself mixed up with a bad bunch in town, and he's been gambling.
Gambling?
Hey, that's right. Luke told me last night he lost $75 playing pool.
$75? Why, that's enough to make a grown man cry, Luke.
Come in.
Well, George.
George, nice of you to come over. Surprise.
Yeah.
What brings you over?
It's been our checker night 4 years running. Why the surprise?
Well, we just surprised that you was here on time, that's all. Come on. Come on now. Make yourself at home.
Well, I can take a hint.
What hint is that, Luke?
Well, George, I know that you and Grandpa got some things you want to talk about alone. See you later, George.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about, Amos?
Well, George, I got something I want to say. It's your move. You know, George, the way you moved that checking reminded me of the time us McCoys found out that we had a cousin that was a horse thief.
The way I moved this checker reminded you of that?
Well, kind of. Hey, how's your nephew?
He's fine.
You sure about that, George? Huh?
Amos, why don't you come out and say what you want to say? That he ain't the nice, lovable boy that I thought he was. That I've been bamboozled and taken in by him. And that he lied to me every step of the way. And the only reason he come here, probably, was to keep himself from being drafted. Now, that's what you wanted to tell me, wasn't it?
Well, I'm sure glad I got that off my chest.